I feel like... Are these now the switches? Yep. The front door opens, revealing my new living room. Seems nice enough at least. I make a quick sweep of the interior. No one here. I didn't expect it to be, but years of living with my father have taught me to always be on guard. Old habits die hard, but they're not the only ones. I quietly move into the kitchen, placing my small bag onto the countertop. A single sheet of paper falls to the ground, thrown off by the bench in my bag. I pick it by the bench. By my bag. I love how I said it, and then only seconds later realized that makes no sense. I pick it up, reading the name and who it's addressed to. Addressed to the new guy. Head boy. Head boy that's using Monica's font. Hey, new guy! Looks like you messed up your application. Don't worry, it's nothing major. And the part on clubs you put not necessary. Look, man, I get it. That's time where you could be doing better stuff, but clubs are mandatory, my dude. There should be a list of clubs in the envelope. You just gotta pick one and join it. Super easy. I know you're just getting settled in, so I pulled some strings for you. You have a week to decide on your club. Anyways, catch you later, man. You're gonna have fun here. The head boy, who is Jordan M. Yeah, so we have to join a club. True to form, there's a second paper in the envelope with a list of every club. It's 3 pages long. I throw the paper on the bench top. I'll get to that later. I quickly check the clock. 5:12 p.m. I have roughly 30 minutes until the moving truck gets here with my stuff. Enough time for a run. My legs needed after sitting in the cab for so long. I walked out the door, quickly putting my shoes on. I need to get a good look at the city while I'm out. If I remember correctly, there was a hill with a decent view on that way here. Quickly remembering its general location, I began running. I increased my pace as quickly as possible. A horde of people go blurring past. Students on their way home, judging by their uniforms. A few give me weird looks as I run past, but I ignore them. Off to the left is a track that leads away from the houses, heading into a heavily forested area. Judging by the sun, it looks like the path heads in the direction of the hill. Picking up my pace again, I start to dash through the trees, dodging plants and underbush as I go. I veer around the corner of the trail and slowly lessen my pace. Off the track seems to span an endless forest. Leaves flutter in the light wind, carrying the scent and sounds of the forest with it. It amazes me that places like this are now so close to my house. Looking further down the path, it appears to stretch and wind continuously. I quicken my pace again and burst forward, sprinting down the trail. God, that reminded me of the woods in my area. There's also like a place you can go up to and visit some nice place. Although I feel like there are many in the nearby area. Anyway, you can go hiking if you wanna. I have problems with my foot, I struggle with hiking. I sprint out from the trees, suddenly coming to a halt. I quickly investigate the area around me. A stone path seems to wind up and around a large land formation. Taking a small second to regain my breath, I take the first steps up the lost stone pathway. Now where do you lead? I follow the pathway as it leads up and around. If this is the hill, it's much higher than I thought it was. Suddenly the trees and bushes appear more sparingly, revealing the nearby scenery. Ooh, yes, that is very pretty. Yeah, I kind of... Sometimes it's sad because sometimes when I go, like, I wouldn't exactly say hiking, but like go for a walk around like in the forest and stuff with friends. It's so nice, but then my foot starts to hurt and it's like by the time we arrive at like a good spot where it's like very pretty, I can't fully focus on it because my foot is in agony. So usually I'm just glad my friends like take pictures of it sometimes and send it then to me so I can like see these things like properly when I feel better again. It just sucks. The heavy wind, this time not wind, forces me to press my back against the stone wall behind me. I am much higher than I thought. Beyond the edge of the hillside, small parts of the nearby landscape can be seen. The footing looks off, but I need to see this view properly. Gripping tightly to the rock face with one hand, I slowly move to the edge of the path. A few stones we lose on the ground. I carefully feel with my foot for a solid patch of dirt. Once I found it, I plant my foot firmly on the ground, slowly moving my body towards the edge. Peering over the cliffside, I gaze out at the view. Oh, I was very confused if it's my screen, but I don't think it is. Whatever. The focus should be here. The way that you can like kind of see another person there. Wow. You can see the whole city from here. You should share with Yuri! 6 months. 6 months I've been waiting for this. It feels so surreal, like I'm dreaming. I calmly breathe in the fresh mountainous air, taking a moment to relax and enjoy the view. Someone's behind me. I stretch my arms up and sigh, pretending to act relaxed. In doing so, I have my arms raised, ready to strike at a moment's notice. They've stopped. I can just barely hear the soft sounds of their breath. Sounds like they're trying to muffle it. Behind a bush off to the left. They don't know they've been spotted, otherwise they'd have attacked already. I still have the upper hand. The bush is close. I suddenly move my foot to face the direction of the plant. Quiet, subtle footsteps can be heard behind it. They're moving. I need to act fast. 3, 2, 1. I burst through the bush, facing the threat. The threat being some random jogger whom I've just scared half to death. I go to say something, but she's already running off. I don't really blame her. I honestly can't believe myself right now. By the sound of it, with like the tense body and everything, with the trigger warning at the beginning, I feel like he's been through a lot with the father, so of course he was bound to be like prepared to be attacked. You always need to be kind of ready to be attacked. I just prepared to fend off a full-scale ambush. Who would go out of the way to ambush some ordinary school kid? Oh, you'd be surprised. You can do anything and some sicko could be interested in attacking you. Well, I am anything but ordinary. Still, I really need to calm down. I'm acting too much like my father. Keep acting like everyone I meet is an enemy. Like at any moment my life could be in danger. I mean, to be frank, you could be. I can't help it. That's how you trained me to be. Oh god, that was cut off. This far away and he's still manipulating me. I hate it. I hate him. But I really am my father's son. But not anymore. Not anymore. I will be my own man. No one will have control of my life except for me. No more living in the past. That's all behind me now. I pause, looking out to the vast sprawling city laid before me. Oh, sorry. Everything starts here. I calmly walk back into the forest, no longer running. I take my time to look around and enjoy the scenery. The trucks, the moving trucks, probably have already, probably already gone by this time anyway. I take my time to look around and enjoy the scenery. It really is beautiful at this time of day. I feel like honestly, I feel like there's no specific time of day that's particularly beautiful. Although I think that depends. The first time I really saw a sunset during my first holiday ever, that was an experience. I think we were in Greece and we were on like a big rock, like high above, like very high too. You could not a rock. Those were corals. Those were dry corals that at some point they were like, well, corals were once underwater, but yeah, they were no longer underwater, and you could climb on top of them and just like watch the sunset like right above the sea. Yeah. But by now I feel like anything can be beautiful at any time of day. Like even if it wasn't like kind of like sunsetting, I think here right now, I still feel like it would be beautiful to look at it. Yeah, it's kind of sunsetty. It's sunsetty. My footsteps echo around the silent, empty streets. These houses were built for the school. Normally they're for exchange students or important guests, but at this time of year they're fairly empty. After 20 homes, only 3 are being lived in, including mine. My gaze passes silently over my house. Odd. Someone is standing outside the door trying to peer through the window. Ah, this is cool. Something's off. The moving people should have left ages ago. Yeah, exactly. I start walking more carefully, silencing my footsteps. Better to know what this person wants before engaging. If they're a friendly neighbor, then I'd rather avoid them. And if there's someone else, well, then I'll be glad to have surprise on my side. I crouched down behind the corner of my fence. The person has moved outside the gate and began talking to themselves. I wonder if it's Yuri or not. I'll give it a Yuri voice now, but it very well could not be Yuri. I knew it was too much to hope for. That I might get to see him. Could be Sayori too, with like, she wanted to see him, but by the sound of it, very likely Yuri. Great. Now I'm whining to myself. Wait a minute. It is Sayori. With the hope. You know what? I'll read the lines again, even with the music now in the background. I knew it was too much to hope for. That I might get to see him. Oh, great. Now I'm whining to myself. Sayori! With like the hope portion the whole time with it performed with Yuri, I thought it sounded like a little bit with like Yuri. And that Sayori kind of told Yuri about it, maybe. Max! Oh my god, Max! She suddenly rushes towards me, smothering me in a massive hug. You're finally here! I can feel her slightly shaking as she grips onto me. It's good to see you again, Sayori. She grips even tighter. You too, you idiot. An entire monologue about how you wouldn't be like your father anymore. Then you go and plan a sneak attack on your childhood friend. Well, it's not your fault. You just needed to check first who the fuck is looking through your window. Good job. Sayori begrudgingly moves away as if I'll disappear if she lets go. So you're here? For good? I am. Until school ends, at the very least. I can't believe it. An awkward silence grows between us. I remember Sarah and I used to talk for hours on end, but that was a long time ago. Damn it. I've never been good at talking to people. My birds are good at talking. I thought at the very least I could still talk to Sayori. You just moved in, right? That I did. I should probably give you some space then. Oh, she have a lot to do. That I do. But it was good to see you again, Sayori. You too. Sayori walks off down the street, a lot less energetically than she used to. That's probably my fault. 6 months she's been waiting for me, and I go and ruin everything on the first day. Oh well, at least I got it off the way. It won't be hard to avoid her at school, and I can just... Sayori suddenly turns around, waving with a large smile on her face. She then turns around and walks into the house right next to mine. Great. There goes that plan. Interesting. Whatever, I doubt they'll see Sayori that much anyway. I walked towards my front door, contemplating these past few hours. I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy this new school. At least I don't have to stay here forever. After it feels like an eternity, I've made it home. Falling to the couch, I simply lay there staring at the ceiling. Today should have been a normal day. Today was a normal day. I hate feeling like this. Like my life is falling apart. Is it because of last night? Because I wasn't strong enough to ask my friends for help? Or just because I had to endure another day without him? Why do I have to be so weak? Look at me. I'm on the verge of breaking down just because of him. Just because I've made up this imaginary soulmate in my head. Just because he isn't here. Please, just let this end. Just let this loneliness end. I need to stop this. I need to get out of here. Get my mind of everything. With as much motivation as I can manage, I walk over to the front door. Before I can change my mind, I quickly exit the house. It's not enough. I just want to get away from here. I pick a random direction down the street. It'll mean running in my school uniform, but I'm okay with that. I just need to go. I start running. I run and don't look back. Running like this, I feel like I'm leaving my problems behind. Like I'm leaving the world behind. There's nothing left. Nothing to worry about. Except the empty path in front of me. I follow a random road that leads south of the main streets. I start moving faster. The wind blowing through my hair. The world moving by in a blur. That's the best I've felt in a long time. I start to smile. The smile turning into a grin. The grin growing even larger. I start laughing, shouting in joy. I must look so strange, but I don't care. That's right. I don't care right now. For this moment, I have nothing to worry about. I can just feel happy. Slowed to a walking pace, giving me the chance to regain my breath. I may have pushed myself a little too much, but I think it was worth it. I feel so free of stress. The forest looks so beautiful, so inspiring. Give me a moment, I need to move the microphone again. How do I keep moving it back down? Or is it moving back down by itself? The forest looks so beautiful, so inspiring. As I turn the corner, I begin to hear another person walking along the track. Wait, who could that be? I didn't see a single other person on the way here. Then it hits me. No one else was here because this must be a private reserve. This person must be the owner or an official. Damn it, Yuri, pay more attention. I quickly spring my hands up to cover my mouth. My breath is coming heavy now. I pause, waiting for someone to yell or to tell me off. Nothing. Okay. I was already wondering if Yuri was like that now behind the... Oh, I pressed. Sorry, I pressed. It was already moving if it was like him. But yeah. Okay, if I can move away I remember when I started running, but I need to go. I need to get home. I do not feel safe here. By the time I arrive home, night has fallen. Another afternoon wasted. I fall to the couch again, much like I did last night. It just keeps repeating, doesn't it? I get up, have a terrible day, go home and hope for something to change somehow tomorrow. Every day on an endless loop. Like a vinyl on a record player. Able to create such beautiful music, but all it does is loop. Constantly returning to where it's always been. Until the song ends and the music stops. God, that was terrible. Normally I can draw inspiration from feelings like these. Normally I can write poems or short stories to help visualize these emotions. But today, the words escape me. All I can do is wait for tomorrow and hope that I feel better then. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still here. Why am I still doing this? Just waiting. Waiting for something to happen. Waiting for my life to change. Waiting for him to enter my life. I wish he were here. I wish he were here. I think then I wouldn't feel so alone. Familiar burning sensation slowly balloons throughout my arm. I think I deserve it. Just for tonight. Just this once. I quickly stand up, rolling up my sleeve as I walk to the bedroom. A few nights ago I locked the bulk of my knives away to try and help me resist. It worked for a while at least. Walking over to my private cabinet, I draw the keys from my pocket. Inserting the key, I begin turning the lock. Maybe I shouldn't. I haven't needed to for days. It's the main reason I locked my knives in this cabinet. Because I don't like opening it. It's where I keep my past. The parts of it that I'd rather forget. The parts that are just too painful to live with. So I lock them away. The burning on my arm grows ever stronger. I need this. Just for tonight. Just grab the knife. Then we never have to look in there again. Well, here goes nothing. Opening the cabinet with one hand, I close my eyes, timidly reaching inside. I think the knife is near the back by the... Wait. There's a book in here. I pull it out, reading the cover. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Dad's favorite book. Why is this here? I take a seat on my bed, laying the book on my lap. I remember on nights like these, Dad would read this to me, describing the scenery and otherworldly places in beautiful detail. And I remember he even wrote me into the story somewhat, letting me join in the adventure. As he saw me falling asleep, he'd carefully close the book, ruffle my hair softly, and say, "One day, Yuri, you'll go on adventures like these too. You'll see the world in all its glory." I always thought it would be my destiny to adventure all around the world. But raising you has been the most amazing adventure I could ever hope for. I love you, Yuri. Ah! The book dropped out of my hands, crumbling onto the floor. I hurriedly pick it up, desperately checking for any creases or folds. Please. Phew. No damage. Yuri, you are so lucky. You know, maybe I should give this one another read. It's been years since I went through it. Plus, it should help me take my mind off things. I turned to the first page, seeing an inscription written under the title. I'll just read it in Yuri's voice again. She's like reading it. Happy birthday to my dearest Yuri. Wow, I can't believe it. 6 years old already? It's absolutely flown by, but you know what they say. Time flies by when your daughter is as wonderful as you are. I have to say, I wasn't quite sure what to get you this year that will compare to any of your mother's amazing presents. But I think I found something you may have inherited. I think I found you something. You may have inherited your beauty and kind soul from your mother, but you got my love of reading and writing. I know I read far too slowly for you, so I thought that maybe we should start giving you your own books to read, starting with my favorite. This was the very same book my old man gave to me, so I want you to take very good care of it, though I know you will. One last thing. Always remember, Yuri, you are a very special girl. You will grow to be an amazing woman who does amazing things. Go travel the world, visit the most beautiful places, see wonders people can only dream of. Then, if you have the time, bring something back for your old man. Love forever and always. Your daughter. Your dad. XOXO. P.S. I should read this to Hiro. I think he'd enjoy it. Your voices will never be as silly as mine, though. Hiro. I feel a single tear slide down my cheek. Dad. I quickly wiped a tear off my face. He wouldn't want me to be crying like this. But something's off. That last line. Who was it talking about? Hiro. The name sounds familiar, but I can't remember who it is. I began pacing my room. Hiro. Most likely Mac's last name, maybe. Who? That's right! Ah, no. Hiro was my imaginary friend when I was young. God, I haven't thought about him in a while. Hiro. Dad. I remember now. All those years ago. Before it all started. Before it all went wrong. I was happy. We were happy. 10 seconds! My 6-year-old feet carry me into the street, into the trees. I need to hide, quick! 5 seconds. He's coming, hurry! I managed to find a large tree to hide behind. Slowly, I peek my head out from behind it. Ready or not, here I come! Suddenly ducked behind the tree again. He's coming. Now where could you be hiding? Over. That quickly dashes past a nearby bush. Here? Never mind. Unless... His footsteps stopped just in front of my tree. I quietly cover my mouth to stop my giggling. Well, if she's not here... Phew. Gotcha. Ah! I quickly run off before he can catch me. He chases after me, his arms outstretched and a massive smile on his face. Come here, you! My giggles sound throughout the trees as I keep running. No, you're an ugly monster! Ugly monster? That's it! He starts running faster, gradually catching up to me. Sounds like Sarah again. Help, there's a vicious beast after me! Wait, who's that? My dad makes a scared face pointing off into the distance. Hiro, get him! No, you can't! Dad starts slowly walking backwards, making his best scared face. I run up trying to tackle him to the ground. Yeah! Surrender, Dad! Surrender? Never! Suddenly Dad wraps me in a big hug. Got you now. Alright, you win. Now let go. He begrudgingly lets go, ruffling my hair slightly. Suddenly he plucks a bright red flower from the ground and places it in my hair. Just when I thought you could never get cuter. I feel my cheeks go red. Trying to hide it, I bury my head into Dad's chest. He simply holds me close, rubbing my back gently. Am I interrupting you? Interrupting? Mom! I burst from my father's grip, running to hug her. You made it! Of course. Can't let your father have all the fun now, can I? Well, next time, why don't you join us? Well, how about I join you now? Leading me by the hand, Mom walks over to sit next to Dad on the forest floor. They make a space for me to sit between them, so I sit down, stopping to gaze at the beautiful scenery. I'm happy. Is Dad here? Mom closes the front door behind her, avoiding my gaze. Where's Dad? You know where he is, Yuri. Is he coming home? Mom drops his stuff onto the ground, staring vacantly at me. No, he's not. Why? Why can't he come home? Why? Why won't the doctors let him go? Why can't he come home? Why can't you just shut up? I'm trying to. I saw something that I hope to never see again. I saw my mom cry. She hurriedly grabs onto me, struggling to stay upright as she begins to cry uncontrollably. I don't know why, Yuri. I don't want him to go either. I don't want to lose him. But more than that, I don't want to lose you too. Mom is gripping me right now, scared to let go of me. Please, don't you leave me too. Mom. I shakily wrap my arms around her back. I promise, Mom. I'll never leave, I swear. Mom. Dad. Dad! Oh God. Dad. I sleepily take in my surroundings. My head is pounding, and I never changed out of my uniform last night. I'm a mess. Checking the clock, it appears I woke up far too early. Gives me enough time to pull myself together at least. Slowly stand up, stretching my arms above my head. My father's book lay open on my bed. I remember now why I locked you away. I almost returned it to the closet before stopping myself. My father loved this book. He gave it to me and trusted me to take care of it. He wouldn't want me to just lock it away. I can deal with the painful memories. It would make Dad proud. That's what I tell myself anyway. Place the book in my bag. It's an enjoyable read at least. I begin removing yesterday's clothes as I make my way towards the bathroom. I briefly look at myself in the mirror. Tear stains on my face, eyes are bloodshot, hair is in a mess. Great job, Yuri. Your soulmate's gonna go crazy over you. If anyone could bear to love someone as broken as me. I'm curled up on the floor, covering my stomach. I need to move, but it hurts so much. I think I might be sick. Get up. I can't. Yes, you can. Now get up! I force my aching body to slowly inch its way up. Faster! I quickly drop to the floor again, sending that kick into the wooden door behind me. Slowly rising, I raise my hands to cover my face. Blood spills from my head, seeping into my eyes. It stings and burns, but I try to ignore it, just trying desperately not to cry in front of him. Slow. Come on then, make your move. I don't want to fight him, but it'll hurt me if I don't. I need to attack soon. 3, 2, 1. Now! I dash forward, ducking and dodging. Everything's going dark. No, if I black out, I can't see Mom. Just think. Okay. stomach hurts. I think I'm bleeding. And it's that bone broken. I feel something red drip from my face. Down my face. Tears or blood. Both, I think. Are you crying over that? Men don't cry. I struggle to speak between various hacks and coughs. I'm not a man. 6 years old is a man in my books. Now act like one. Honestly crying over some spilled blood. This world will cheer you up and spit you out, boy. I hate you. Then why don't you do something about it? I raise myself up unsteadily, painfully wiping the blood off my face. Can I please see Mom? 2 hours. Then she can patch you up. Please don't hurt me. Stop me. Father. I slowly raise myself from my bed, sitting there for a minute. Just get to school, act normal, then go home. Simple. I tiredly stand up, preparing to get dressed and fed for the day. Got my bag, uniform fits. What's missing? Lunch. Sliding my lunch into my bag, I noticed a set of papers on the bench. Right, the clubs. I begin reading through the list as I make my way outside. Something to do during the walk, I guess. None of these clubs look very enticing. Boxing, wrestling, kendo, combat sports. I'll guarantee you the members are just there to show off. Then the more nuanced clubs. Anime, chess, and dance. No thanks. Next, the unofficial clubs. Swimming, literature, and war games. Honestly, what sort of people create clubs like these? Max, wait up! Sayori? She suddenly starts breathing heavily as if she had just run a marathon. You are way too fast! You shouldn't make a girl run, you know? I wasn't aware you'd be following me. Of course I would. You're my friend. Sayori stops talking as she notices the paper in my hands. What's that? Well, her attention span hasn't grown. The look on her face almost makes me smile. I turn around, continue my walk as Sayori strides alongside me. It's a list of all the clubs in the school. Apparently I need to join one for some reason. Well, why don't you join my club? Your club? Yeah! I'm vice president of the literature club! You have got to be kidding me. I'll pass! You sure? Yes. Sitting in a classroom reading all day isn't exactly my cup of tea. But you used to love reading. You used to hate it, but look where we are now. I walk ahead of Sayori, trying to end the conversation. It's not just reading. We also write poems and eat cupcakes. Plus, everyone is super nice. You love them. I don't love many things, Sayori. Come on, Max. Just give it a chance. Please. I stop walking to look at Sayori. She has a pleading look on her face. It's a look she's used countless times over the years. I can tell that this is a big deal for her. Plus, she's not wrong. I do enjoy reading when I get the chance. Then there's all of those club members I'll be meeting. No, but... Sayori, understand that this is a big deal to you, but I have other plans. Wait, you're already joining another club? Not if I can help it, but there's no chance in hell I am telling Sayori that. Well, in that case, can you promise me something? What is it, Sayori? She takes a second to look me in the eye before talking. Can we walk home after school together and to school if I'm out on time? If I'm on time? What for? So that I know we're still friends. I might just be imagining things, but I feel like we've grown apart already, and it's only been 1 day. Oh. That's why Sayori was trying so desperately to catch up with me. That's why she wants me to join her club so badly. She was worried we'd stop being friends. And like an idiot, I go and almost make that a reality. I always just assumed that isolating myself from Sayori would make her happier. I really am a terrible person. Sure thing, Sayori. Just as soon as I join a club. I may be your friend, but I'm not waiting 2 hours after school just to walk home with you. Thank you, Max. Speaking of friends, Sayori runs off as we near the school gates, making a beeline for a small group of students. Oh my... Sorry, I don't know what noise that was. Okay, I know now that my microphone's not the problem. It's like the entire headphones are somehow sliding off my hair. Come eat mine! Great, more people. I walked through the school gates looking for Sayori. The absolute last thing I want to do is talk with her new friends, but they'd probably think I was rude if I just ignored them. Max, over here! Oh, so it's like those... those sprites. Sarah waves me over to her group. Everyone, I want you to meet Max! Max, these are my friends. Nicole. Amy. Oh no! Well, at least I'm not named Amy here. And Taylor. The three of them muttered their greetings, none of them really knowing what to say. I don't think any of them knew I would be here today. Eventually, one of them works up the courage to speak. So you're Max? We've heard so much about you. That's Nicole, if I'm not mistaken. She definitely seems to be the most confident of the group. Ah, so Sayori's been telling stories about me? Nothing bad! Yeah, trust me, dude. She would not stop gushing about you since we met her. Taylor, stop it! I get the distinct impression that Taylor doesn't want me here. I wonder if that has anything to do with him being the only other guy in this group full of girls. Oh. Amy's just staring. Amy just seems to stand there, staring silent. So, is this the literature club? Oh no, I don't really see them before school. Sayori's gaze starts wandering around the courtyard. Actually, I don't know where they go before. Sayori once again stops talking randomly. Where is that going before? Sayori? Don't worry, she does that sometimes. Sayori, Amy has cookies. Where? Should I just use my voice? Screw you, Taylor! Sorry, I just didn't have a voice. The whole group starts laughing apart from Sayori, who is still searching for cookies. I didn't exactly like Taylor lecturing me about my oldest friend as if I'd never met her, but seeing that interaction made me realize something. Sayori's changed. I might as well have never met her. I'm not the person who knows her best anymore. These people are. Sayori doesn't need me anymore. I suddenly walk away from the group, hearing their laughs fade into the background. Max, where are you going? I need to go get my timetable from the headmaster. The headmaster? That's not really his job. I shrugged nonchalantly. It was his request. Okay. Will I still see you later? I'll let you know. Bye, Sayori. Have a good day, Max! It was nice meeting you. I raised my fist in acknowledgement before walking into the school building. What do you mean he's gone? I apologize, Max, but I did mention in the letter that he was on leave. I understand that. But the only reason I am here is because your psychology expert said he could fix me. Then I hear that he's gone for the next 6 months? You couldn't just hold him for another week or two? Do you really think he could diagnose you so quickly? I glared at the short, portly man in front of me, a drop of sweat is trickling down his forehead as his eyes dart around the room. I don't like pressuring him like this. He seems like a nice guy, but I need answers. Look, Max, it's out of my hands. We were required by law to give him the time off. All I can offer you is free accommodation for those next 6 months. He still wants me to stay here after all this. Oh, it's better than nothing. I just didn't want to wait that long. I picked up my timetable from the desk, quickly stuffing it in my pocket as I walked towards the door. One more thing, Max. You won't be telling your father about this, will you? Probably the one thing he doesn't need to worry about. Still, no reason he has to know that. If my old man needs to hear about it, then he will. If he did, do you think he would take action? I turned my head in order to look this man in the eye. With everything you know about my father, do you really think he won't? Hanging his head, he responds quietly. You're right. Stupid question. It did sound like he was maybe like when we were leaving, it kind of sounded like he might be a businessman or something like that. His hands are shaking. At most I can make him sweat a bit, but my father? He's terrified of my father. Look, so long as nothing else goes wrong, then I won't mention it to him. All right? His head shoots up, a bright smile rapidly forming on his face. Oh, thank you, Max, thank you. I promise you everything will be perfect. I hold up my hand to stop from his stream of comments. See that it is. Yes, yes, of course. Oh boy. This is going to be a long 6 months. Despite how early I woke up, I'm still later than everyone else. Though that's probably due to how exhausted I am. I feel like I haven't slept properly in weeks. Well, I probably haven't. As soon as I speak, groups of students turn to stare at me. I can feel hundreds of eyes boring into my being. Quickly lowering my head, I walk off as inconspicuously as I can. Walking to the next courtyard, I find my quiet corner of the school. Looking around, it appears to be completely empty. Thank goodness. Drawing that book out, I place my back under the bench and begin reading. Over here! Oh, sorry. I allow my gaze to travel around the courtyard. Still no one here. I could have sworn. Standing up, placing that book on the nearby bench. Turning the corner, I look at the mass of students again. It takes me a minute, but I manage to spot Sayori. She seems to be talking with the usual group of friends. Suddenly she stops talking, staring in my direction. Did she spot me? Why does she bring her friends over here? I'm not prepared for that many people. Suddenly Sayori dashes to one of her friends, shouting something incoherent, causing the group of friends to start laughing. Except for one of them. One of the boys just stands there, not even smiling. Wait, I think I recognize him. He seems familiar, at least. I suddenly realized that I've been staring at all of them. Quickly moving back to the bench, I retrieved that old book. I really shouldn't be leaving it alone like this. I was really worried something might have happened to the book while I was on a bench alone. If it ever got damaged or stolen, it's safe. There's no need to worry. I sit down, allowing myself to be drawn back into the book's world once again. I turn the page ready to begin a new chapter just as something odd hits me. Why is it so quiet? Still I stand up, searching the courtyard. Still no one here. And no one here, so... Oh no! I'm late again! I quickly grab my bag and book, running into the school building. Exhaustedly running through the halls, I find the corridor that leads to my classroom. I come to a sudden stop outside of the door, quickly adjusting my hair and uniform. Then, having to force every muscle in my body to do it, I open the door. I'm sorry. Ah, Yuri, good of you to finally join us. Take a seat. We're just continuing our work from yesterday. Right. Once again, I once again feel everyone's eyes boring into me, judging me. But this time there's a reason for it. I clutch my father's book to my chest, drawing comfort from its familiar grip. I apprehensively move towards my usual seat. Except someone else is sitting there. That boy with multiple books out on his desk, staring back at me. He gives me a questioning look. Did he see me earlier? I suddenly turn away. I really need to stop staring all the time. Find a new seat by myself at the front of the classroom. I can feel the boy's gaze following me. Probably wondering what's wrong with me. Can't say I blame him. Still, this feels weird. I shake my head to remove these thoughts from my mind. Reaching into my bag, I try feeling for my notebook. It was around here. Next to a knife? I don't understand. I thought I hit them all. I must have forgotten it was in my bag. Still, maybe it's a good idea to have one, just in case. Yuri, are you still with us? Oh, yeah, sorry. Leave the knife for now. Everyone would notice anyway. Placing the blade in a separate pocket of my bag, I pulled my notebook and pencils. I look over my timetable again. This school has an odd class system that I'm unfamiliar with. 5 subjects a day. 1-hour classes. Each class is in a different room, taught by a different teacher to a different set of students. That was pretty normal in my last years of school. It's weird. At least it should be more interesting than having the same students in every class. Speaking of which, the number on the door matches the one on my timetable. English. As I open the door, roughly 5 students and a teacher turn to look at me. I know merrily, but I expected a few more people at least. You must be Max. I have been called that. This gets a few giggles from the boys in the back, but the teacher just smiles. Looks like you'll fit in just fine. Choose a seat. She gestures to many empty desks throughout the classroom. The boys set aside a chair for me to sit among them, but I ignore it. Instead, I choose a desk by the wall. At most, only one other person could sit next to me. We'll be continuing work from previous classes today, but you have your catch-up work? The school was kind enough to provide me with all the information I missed over the past 6 months. More giant stacks of paper. Indeed, I'm essentially caught up. At this point, the majority of students start walking into the classroom. Most find the seats fairly easily, shouting and laughing with their friends. A few look to the seat next to me, but turn away as soon as I look at them. No one wants to sit with the new guy. Fine by me. As the teacher starts handing worksheets out to the class, I open up my notepad. I begin writing, pretending to work. Since there's no one next to me, there's no one to rat me out. The teacher begins droning on and on, but I continue to get absorbed in my writing, spacing out entirely. Good of you to finally join us. Suddenly used to not so subtle a chattering of students has stopped. Looks like a girl is late to class, and this has occupied their entire attention span. Take a seat. We're just continuing our work from yesterday. Right. The first time we get a Yuri sprite! The girl almost instinctively moves to the desk I'm sitting at, stopping as she notices me. She seems to stare at me before tightly hugging the book she holds to her chest, then quickly turns away, moving to a single desk by herself. She quickly sets her bag down and pulls out 2 books. One appears to be the textbook we're working through, and the other, she's writing in it, like I am. The teacher drones on and on, but the girl isn't listening. She's just writing in her book. Stop it, this is getting creepy. Stop this. Besides, I can't spend all day pondering over some random girl. I do my best to ignore her. Despite myself, I cannot but peer in her direction every few minutes. My mind races for curiosity. I wonder what she's writing about. I shake my head, removing the scope from my thoughts. The hell's wrong with me? I might be getting sick. I didn't mean to cover my breakthrough. The rest of the class was fairly boring. At the very least, I managed to get some writing done. A lot of writing that I'll just end up throwing away. Why? Your love poem didn't sound good? A very tall and very annoying boy steps towards me, giggling to himself over his joke. Can I help you? You know what? I reckon you can. He seems to size me up for a minute before smiling to himself. I simply sit and watch him. Eventually he grows impatient and speaks up. Look, you're new here. You don't really have many friends. I sarcastically raise one eyebrow. Really? I hadn't noticed. This seems to annoy him, but his fake smile stays plastered to his face. Look, the boys and I are planning to have a party after school today. Why don't you come along? Get to know some of the guys. Suddenly his tone drops and his voice takes on a weird pitch. It'll be a blast. Won't it, Wally? The boy suddenly pulls a smaller boy to the shoulder to stand next to him. What? Our friend here is gonna have a lot of fun tonight, right, Wallace? The smaller boy looks at me with a confused expression before turning back to his friend. Nick, what are you... I have no voices anymore right now. I only have, like, very, very outlandish voices, and I kind of don't want to do that to Wallace. Nick, what are you... Nick suddenly squeezed the boy's shoulder, subtly signaling something to him. Yeah, for sure. As if he had never lost it, Nick's friendly smile suddenly resurfaces. So what do you say, buddy? Wanna come along? I imagine it's some sort of initiation prank that all new students have to go through. Even if he didn't, there's not a chance in hell I would trust what he says. I'd rather not. A flicker of anger throughout his eyes, disappearing just as soon as it appeared. Oh, that's alright, I get it. You're a busy guy. Indeed, I have a lot of things to do. Like, literally anything else. I need to turn on the light. After school. I'm getting extremely nervous. Natsuki's pacing doesn't help either. Can you please stop? I'm trying to read. Fine. Sorry. She takes a seat next to me. And then starts tapping her finger on the desk. Closing my book, I turn my chair to face her. What's bothering you? This new guy you're always bringing in. I don't like him. I quickly raise my fingers to cover the silent laughter from my mouth. Natsuki, you've never even met him. I don't need to. You heard what Sayori said yesterday. I did, and I'm willing to give him a chance. Really? You're not anxious at all? As soon as she mentions it, my heart rate starts to increase. Well, no, it'll be fine. Natsuki's look tells me she's not buying it. Yuri, it's okay to feel nervous. I'm not nervous, Natsuki. It's just... I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about it all. See, I'm not the only crazy one here. Oh, stop it, Nat. I playfully pretend to slap Natsuki across the shoulder. Look, when he comes in, I'll do the talking, okay? You can join in if you want. A gentle smile finds its way into my face. Thank you. I appreciate that. I carefully reopen my book and continue reading. That's new. I'm sorry. That book! I haven't seen you read it before. Oh, it's one of my dad's. I decided to reread it again. So you have read it before? Well, not quite. Dad used to read it to me. Every night before bed, he would slowly tuck me in and pull out the book. He'd give all the characters different silly voices and sing out all the songs. It used to drive Mom insane, but I loved it. Sanfinatsuki's hand on my shoulder. She's a very concerned look on her face. Oh, sorry for mumbling on. Are you okay, Yuri? Fine. Why do you ask? Well, it's just... She seems hesitant to speak, carefully picking each word. You haven't talked about your dad since we were kids. And even then, you weren't smiling when you did. Thank you, Natsuki. I guess I just didn't want this memory to be a bad one anymore. I get that. Do you mind if I... Natsuki reaches for the book, but out of instinct I pulled it away protectively. I'm not gonna damage it, dummy. I know how much it means to you. Alright. Natsuki gently takes it in her hands, flipping through the pages. A part of me wants to steal it back, but I restrain myself. Eventually she comes to the opening page of my dad's note. She spends a minute or two reading through it. Yuri, Oh? What are you two up to? Yuri's trying to get me to read her stupid novels again. Quickly Natsuki slides the book back to me. Any luck this time? Not a chance! Natsuki gives me a sad look before mouthing the word sorry in my direction. Oh well, I should probably get ready. Sayo should be here with the new member any minute now. As Monica walks off, Natsuki leans closely towards me, whispering, Sorry, I didn't know if you were ready to talk about this with Monica yet. About your dad and all. I feel a little better knowing Natsuki's true motives, but I still feel vulnerable. I poured my soul out to her only for it to be crushed moments later. Though, that's not Natsuki's fault. She was trying to help. I didn't damage it, did I? No, it's fine. I can tell Natsuki feels genuinely guilty about what she did. Sayori just walked in. She seems slightly disappointed. Natsuki and Monica both quickly walk over to her. Hey, Sayori! Hey, where's the new guy? Sayori looks dejectedly up at Natsuki. Not coming. He said he wasn't interested. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. Oh, so now he's too good for us? Natsuki. No, he's meant to be Sayori's friend and he just bails on her. Natsuki, we go to all this effort of preparing for a new member and he just... Sayori, there you are. I'm guessing this is the literature club. Oh, he decided to stop by anyway. Final class science. Max? Max! Yeah? Were you even paying attention? When Sarah found out we were in the same science class, she was over the moon. Mostly because she thought she could just copy my work. Not at all. She was very disappointed. Oh, come on! Where else am I supposed to get the answers? Oh, I don't know. The teacher, your notes, your book, maybe your own brain. If you had just paid attention, you would know the answers. But you never pay attention and you're so smart. I stared at Sayori with a disbelieving look. Who has taught you these lies? I say this jokingly, but Sayori doesn't laugh. They're not lies, Max. You are really smart, you know. You taught me so much when we were kids. I don't know. I don't feel like anyone has the right to be called smart. There's just so much about life that nobody knows. Sayori starts giggling to herself. What's so funny? Nothing. You just sound like one of the girls in my club. Are you sure you won't just come check it? Check it out? It's just on the third floor by the... No thanks, Sayori. I have a plan for the whole club situation, remember? You never told me what it was, though. I'm not going to join a club. But Max, you need to hold up my hand to silence her. I have it sorted, Sayori. Thanks, but I'm just not interested in joining any clubs. Okay. See you around, Max. She quickly exits the classroom. I'll make it up to her eventually. Just not right now. I begin packing my stuff away. Books, pencils, homework. Oh, come on. So I forgot to take her homework. Consider just going home and forgetting about it. That's great, Max. Think of even more ways to be a shitty friend. What did she say? The club was on the third floor? I swear, Sayori, if you planned this... Good. Guess it's time to meet the literature club. It wasn't hard to find them. The third floor only has one other club, and they're pretty much always out. As I stand outside the clubroom door, I can hear the sounds of arguing from inside. A nice groove, eh, Sayori? Take a few deep breaths. I always find myself getting nervous whenever I meet new people. Place my hand on the doorknob, noticing how my hand is slightly shaking. Get a hold of yourself. They're just ordinary high school students. You talk to Sayori's friends. You can talk to her club. Ah, Sayori, there you are. I'm guessing this is the literature club? Max, what are you? You forgot your homework in class. So I did. Max? Oh, it's been a while. Indeed it has. I can't remember this person's name for the life of me. Let's start with M, I think. Medicine? Melanie? What was it? 6 months ago? Not quite sure. It's definitely been a while. Madeline? May? Marceline? Max? Monica? You two know each other? Well, we did help you move here, Sayori. Monica! As I recall, Mine and I were the ones doing all the heavy lifting. I was tired. Monica continues to tease Sayori as I place her homework on the table and look around the room. The room is mostly empty apart from three or four girls that make up the club's members. A mysterious-looking girl is sitting in the corner. Wait. She was the one from the class earlier. You done? A short girl stands defiantly in front of me, her angry face looking up at me. I said, are you done? You gave Sayori her homework, so you can go now. Ah, so you're that type, huh? What's your name? What? Gotcha. Well, what? I know Sayori would I know Sayori would prefer to talk for a while, so I'm going to stick around for a few minutes. Oh, Max, I see you've met Natsuki already. Sayori, get your dumb boyfriend out of here. Max, not my... Well, he's not. Great, she's made Sayori uncomfortable. Watch it, short stack. Natsuki seems to grow absolutely livid. Do you want to get punched? Want to get punched back? Okay, guys. Let's calm down now. Max, why don't you come meet our last member, Yuri? Monica gestures over to the mysterious-looking girl. I don't know why, but I feel like I've seen her somewhere a long time ago. Yuri quickly shies away as soon as I look at her. She can be a bit shy. It's best to just give her a time. Jesus. Thank God I did not join this club. I have no idea why Sayori is friends with these people. Except for maybe Monica. Sayori seems to be the only normal person here. The others seem to be talking to each other, so I take the chance to quickly slip out of the room. At least I won't ever have to do that again. Switching point of view again. Ah, Sayori, there you are. I'm guessing this is the literature club? Sayori quickly runs over to the door. Max, what are you? You forgot your homework in class. So I did. Max? Wow, it's been a while. Indeed it has. Max. So this is Max. I feel something special about him, like a distinctive zen-like aura surrounding him. He appears calm and speaks quietly. You instinctively have to lean in when he talks, but his voice has a deep timbre to it. Despite how softly he talks, you can hear him clearly. And his eyes, they seem almost ethereal. As if he can just look into your soul and tell exactly what you're thinking just by looking at you. He's looking at me. Was I staring again? I quickly had my face back into my book. I thought Natsuki was going to cover me. I quickly look around for her. She's Monica and Sayori are talking to her about something, and Max just left. They seemed to notice the sound of the door closing behind him. Did Max just leave? He does that. Max doesn't really like saying goodbye. Well, that's a bit odd. Max not odd. He's just different. Whatever. The way he looked at me gave me the creeps. Like he does know what a smile is, right? He was a bit cool, wasn't he? He smiled a lot more when I met him. Look, guys, just give him a chance. I promise he's not always so grim. I don't know, Sayori. I don't like him. He's weird and just looks way too serious. Serious? I didn't think so. If anything to me, he looked upset. Still with us, Yuri? Oh, sorry, Monica. What were you saying? We want to know what you think of Max. Well, what do I think of him? I barely heard him speak, and the only time he even noticed me was when I was staring at him. But he's Sayori's friend, right? And Monica seems to like him. He must be pretty special in that case. But I also get a familiar feeling from him, like I know him. Or like I've met him before. I think he seems interesting. Seriously? What is it? Oh, Natsuki's just upset because someone finally put her in her place. Yeah, she looked terrified at one point. Scared of finally getting hit back, Natsuki? Well, if you can, you shouldn't hit back. Like, if you can avoid it, you shouldn't hit back. I've only ever hit people if there was no way of getting away otherwise. Natsuki looks down at the floor, trying to speak but unable to. Wait, she was... Actually, Natsuki was trying to help me. She knows how nervous I get around new people, so she agreed to take the attention off of me while Max was here. Everyone just stares at me. I don't think they expected me to speak. Sorry. It's okay, Yuri. Natsuki must be a really good friend. Speaking to Max even when she's scared of him. I wasn't scared! Sarah goes to tease Natsuki again, but thinks better of it. Look, I'm just saying we don't need some tsundere tough guy hanging around in the club. There's a long silence. Yet, I mean, why not two tsunderes? That would make an interesting dynamic. Would you all excuse me? I need to use the restroom. Sure thing, Yuri, go ahead. Thank you.